Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So things are starting to calm down a bit from the estate sale, PFAFF dealership purchase, inventory purchase, whatever you want to call it. So I just wanted to show you what machine started everything. So, ta-da! Anyway, so here's the story on this machine. I went in, I put a thing out on Facebook. My cat's scratching on the door. Come in! She doesn't like closed doors, so it's a closed door, so it's bugging her. So she's gonna scratch. Anyway, back to my story. I was looking for belts for the Husqvarna Viking CL8. If you remember that video way back when. Anyway, so I put a thing on Facebook looking for belts and went into the store. Long story longer and longer and longer. The guy showing me, the estate sale manager guy, or the guy who bought everything, I don't know, the story's changed. He was showing me around the store, and I had been talking about sewing machines. So we came to this machine. I didn't notice the sign on there, so that was the point. And then he lifted up the case, and I was like, ooh! And I said, that's the machine I want, because I was looking at buying this exact machine used, and it's funny, that was the one I found. Or that's when he lifted the case off of. And he said that, he goes, $100 and it's yours. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I said, sold. And I said, I don't even know if it works. So we took the top off and turned it on. Anyway, I'll tell you that part in a second. I'm very long-winded, so I'm going to break that stylus. So before I fully take the cover off, oh, I did not break the stylus, but I was afraid I might. So here's the sign I saw later. This is the part. Any sewing machine technicians out there might know what that means. Is this a lingo that I don't understand? Needs a spacer put in. I don't know what a spacer is, but I didn't want to take the sign off until I get it serviced. So, top coming off, we'll turn it on. And this, I said, I don't even know if it works, so he plugged it in, turned it on, it did its little startup thing, and it got to that screen. Actually, it was a different screen. I updated the firmware on this. And he saw the startup sequence, and he's like, oh, he goes, that looks like maybe worth more than $100. And he goes, but it's yours for $100. I'm like, well, yeah, it's worth way more than $100. Anyway, I'll get to my second question to you all in a second, but a little bit of history on this. The screen had a problem, and it started like doing static, wiggly, like digital weird stuff, and it would do it when it just do it randomly. I would do it when I would sew, and it was just crazy wiggly. I hope I took a picture. If I took a picture, I'll put it in here. If not, you won't see it, but I can't remember. So it's doing the wiggle screen thing, and I'm like, oh goodness, oh, it's broken. So I took it apart. One of the cables behind the screen was a little bit off. I mean, just touching, and because every time it would squiggle, I would hit it, which you shouldn't do, but in this case it was working, and it reset the screen. So I'm like, that's weird. So anyway, long story longer, I fixed the screen, and now the screen works. So everything's good on there. Everything works. It's awesome. It's a little bit slow, but that's probably because it's not the newest machine. So to my next question. This machine did not have like a full set of accessories that would have come with the machine. So I've kind of harvested what came with it from all my other machines, and I have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of feet. So this is basically what came with the machine, and there's more back here. And I made sure I had the right button hole foot in there, so that's the correct one. I have like 20 of those, but they're the previous model. Anyway, pretty full, except it did not have the dynamic spring foot. So I took a spring foot from a 2000 series, like my 2144, which I actually love that machine too. I'll show you that later. Hey, do you hear that? It's my cat scratching. She won't come in. Come in! you're gonna scratch on the door, just stay inside. How about that? Anyway, so the cat's inside. So I used that, and actually, let me back up a bit. Sorry. Now she's gonna scratch this. She wants out. I used this one, and this is the 6 foot, 6A or something, and it just wasn't working. My thread was shredding. It just was garbage. So I don't use that anymore. So I decided I'm going to use that. And that actually worked pretty well. I'll get to my question here in a minute. Sorry. So I thought, well, it's not the 6D, the Dynamic Spring Foot 6D. So I ordered that on eBay. It arrived, and here it is. And I'm pretty sure I always try to order official stuff. And it's not, I don't think it's official. It's hard to see. And I don't have my camera hooked up to my monitor like I usually do. So I don't know how well this is coming through. Anyway, the screw that holds in the needle was shredding the presser foot, and I will tell you why. So you all know how to put this on. You unscrew this, right? And this presser foot has a notch on it. I don't know if the official ones do, but if you can see that there, it's got a notch on it. The other one I was using did not have a notch, which, take my word for it, I don't want the camera to wait for the camera to focus. And this one has a notch. So I'm like, okay, so it goes in, right? So it's supposed to slide right in. And it doesn't want to. So it's really not, oh my goodness, this is really awful. It just feels like it doesn't fit. Okay, I usually don't have this hard of a time. But of course, part of that's because I'm on camera. So, okay, we got it in there. Oh my goodness. I think it slid in farther than it's ever slid in. So, well, maybe I'm not going to have a problem on this one. Anyway, so what I was having a problem with is that notch that I was showing you. The screw doesn't fit into there. If it's fully pushed in, the screw, oops. Well, no, see, it's not all the way in there. It just feels like it should fit better. And it just doesn't. Let me see if you can see this. So it doesn't push all the way in. And here's the issue, is when the needle comes down here, it is right next to the edge, and it's not centered in the hoop. So when I get it in there, as far as I will go, so I got the screw tightened, and see, it still moves. This is just, I don't know. I think this is not like an aftermarket thing that doesn't work right, because it's like movie. Even though I have the screw tightened down as far as it'll go, it still wants to, yeah, that's better. But if you can see it right there, I don't think that gap should be there. So anyway, I'm very upset with this. I paid, they were asking 20. They had a or best offer thing, and I offered 15. So I paid 15, but I don't think it's official. So here's what I'm ending up with. That this one from the 2000 series fit fine, but it was kind of a bugger to put on. So what I ended up with is this foot also from the 2000 series, and it fits really good. So my question to you, I mean, does my machine need adjusted first off? And my other, oh my God, I just popped the screw out. That's gonna make it really, oh, there is that gap in there though, but it's all the way in, and this, well, guys, like I said, this is like 10 times harder doing it on camera than Very interesting. I don't know. I'm having all sorts of heck of a time here. So I ended up using this foot. It's from a 2000 series. I'm not sure which foot this is, but it's not the one that came with the embroidery unit on the 2000, the 2144. It's just the one that was in the tray. But it seems like it works way better. The screw, which was shredding the 6D foot, wherever that went, I don't know where I stuck it. Hello, where are you? Oh, there it is. So it shredded it right here, and it rubbed the paint off, which really bugs me. So the paint's rubbed off. Is there a problem? My question finally, is there a problem with using this? Because I used it and it worked fine, and I loved it, and actually really like this foot better than the 6D foot. So let me know. I'm sure I'm going to have a million more questions about this machine as I'm playing with it and using it. The spacer question is a question for a technician, I guess. And then the I'll show you the IDT. It has a weird hitch in its get along kind of thing, but I'll show you that in another video. Anyway, comment below if you know the answers to my questions, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day. And there's my cat again.